So for my IT paper, I wrote about um, biometrics, and biometrics has been around since the first caveman put paint on his hand and stuck it on a wall to make it a signature. Now it has come to the time where everything is digital now, so biometrics has become digital. You can now do fingerprint scanning, iris scanning, or facial recognition with biometrics. And I believe this is the new way to security. I believe this because it is harder for someone to steal someone's identity when it has to do with getting their fingerprint or their face or their iris. It's much harder to get those things than what we have now. Now we have, computers that we put information in. Like, you think that just because you have a username and password that it is safe. But I hear all the time people are like, oh my gosh, my Twitter got hacked or my Facebook got hacked, and and they're like, I never shared my password with anybody and I don't know how it happened. Well, we can use biometrics to have that stuff from happening. Like, you can open up your laptop and then instead of typing in a password, you can just put your finger to the screen or a mouse pad, and that's how it knows it's you. And sometimes a lot of people store sensitive information on their computers, and people hack into laptops or computers or steal it, and there goes all your sensitive information. So if we were to have a fingerprint scanning or iris scanning or something like that on laptops and other things that carry sensitive information, like in hospitals or in banks, this it will be so much harder to stop things like this from happening. In China, actually, they have this ATM system where it's a finger vein this finger vein scanner that you just put your finger on it, it scans it, and your bank information pops up. And that's the way you can get your bank information. And when you're done, it goes away. And that is really cool, and I think that we should have something like that as well, because again, money is very sensitive, and people get people's credit card numbers or anything that has to do with their bank. They get their stuff and it's done. The person the victim has to deal with having their money drained out, and biometric just makes it harder for that to happen. It's there to tighten security, so we won't have any more stories of how your bank account got hacked into, or all these other stories. Take, for example, like, we trust the people we put our information to on campus. We give our college such sensitive information. And take, for example, University of Maryland College Park. They were hacked into, and thousands of students' information, sensitive information like social security number, date of birth, and other information were taken. And now what are they going to do? So if colleges were to have a system like this, things like what happened to University of Maryland College Park won't happen again, because again, like I said, it is harder to copy someone's iris or someone's face or someone's fingerprint. This is all a unique quality that we all have, and I believe it will be the new security, and this is what I wrote my paper on. It's my IT project.